Time for Aasil to move out and begin his life? Let's get his apartment ready. Penny Pizzazz, I need this place. Welcome to the Beginnings Drama Challenge, Console Edition. We're currently on Generation 2, the Adrenaline Junkie. This is an 8-generation legacy challenge in The Sims 4 that is 100% base game only. No packs needed. There are a ton of rules and guidelines for this challenge. The current gen is on the screen now. Feel free to pause to get a better look. But if you are interested in the rules for all the generations, the link will be in the description below. Let's get started with the Beginnings Drama Challenge, Console Edition. Hey guys, it's Console Gamer. Welcome back, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. Today we are making over 1312 Chic Street. Aasil is all grown up and he is ready to take the world by storm. Our adrenaline junkie is a secret agent, so we're gonna move him to the big city and have him live in an apartment. I typically don't pick this one. I typically pick the one across the hall. So I thought I'd try something different. This one has a decent sized bathroom, a really weird kitchen, and it's a studio because the bed and the living room are all in the same space with no dividing walls. Let's get rid of this. I think we can do better. We don't have a budget besides the fact that his parents, while wealthy, are not insanely rich. But we can make do. So we're gonna square off some rooms and try to divide this a little better and see what we can come up with. I was thinking for his style, kind of industrial. I think his mother would have played a big part of this, and it'll be a little dark, heavy woods, brick walls, stuff like that. I think we've got it sectioned off the way I want it, so we're gonna go in, and the first thing we have to do is figure out this kitchen. And I hate that you can't change the doors. I know on PC you can with the tool mod, but I get it. I get it's an apartment, and in an apartment you wouldn't be able to change your front door. You kind of have to make do with what you have. So yeah, I pulled out these base game cabinets because they fit the aesthetic of what I'm looking for. These used to be my favorite cabinets when I first got the game. Absolutely loved these in kitchens. Thought they were phenomenal. They got even better when we got the swatch update for these. So yeah, they go really well with the industrial loft kit. We're gonna put together our kitchen. I have to say this apartment came together rather smoothly. This piece is an end piece, so it's not the same width as all the other pieces, so it's slightly off. But because my corner pieces aren't the original corner piece, and it's just two side pieces, we can just slide that to fix that. I think black appliances will be nice. This apartment is by no means a starter. So we're not sticking to $20,000. I'm in the range of anywhere between $30,000 to $40,000. I love the idea of a half wall. I really wanted a door here, but like that open door, but it's not big enough, so we're gonna go with that. They did fix the trash can glitch, so we're gonna go back with our money-making trash can because, what I tell you, I didn't realize how much I cleaned up after my Sims. I did not. I do now, and they should be so grateful. But brown and black is the aesthetic here in the kitchen. That's the little side table when you come in. I wish the door opened the other way, like the back of the door would hit the wall. That's a pet peeve of mine. It really is, but we're gonna work with it. That's like you come in, side table, boom. That's that area. I'm looking for that thing you put on the wall with the keys. I can't remember what pack it came with. You're gonna see me struggle trying to find that later. I don't find it. It'll be put in. I'll probably do it off camera, or The apartment isn't really cluttered very much because he hasn't moved in. I don't know what he's gonna bring with him. I don't know what he's gonna earn while he plays. So it's not quite generic, but it is move-in ready. We're gonna put some picture frames up, stuff I want to put on the wall. I'm just kind of slapping over here as I find it. This is me looking for that doggone mail key holder thing. Can't find it. Can't find it. It's in the game. I just don't know what it's called. And I don't know what pack it came with. So I kind of give up and I'm like, let's get some floors down. These are my favorite floors. I thought about using this one. Isn't she lovely? I wish that one was smaller, like the tiles were smaller. I thought about using the new one from the new pack. It is pretty. It is wood, but it's like the one from Eco Lifestyle. It gives tile. But I decided to stick with the black hexagon, only because the front door is right there, and if you're coming in, you know, your shoes could be sloshy, wet, whatever. You want that on tile, not wood. I'm gonna fiddle with some windows because I've elevated this on a platform. Some of the windows might look weird, so we're testing out what windows I want. He's got that corner view. The layout in my mind is not the one I go with. I know. So many struggles. But I end up switching things around. Like, I want my living room in that corner over there, and it doesn't quite work that way. We end up moving the living room to another location. But I had so much fun making this. I like the exposed brick. They had a darker shade, which I was like, even better. And you've seen, I don't know if you've seen, but on YouTube, they have like apartment tours. And I love doing apartment tours. And the ones in New York City are always like, yeah, here's 3 square feet for only $4,000. 5 roommates can live here and you only pay. I'm like, that's a closet. And why is the shower in the kitchen? And who's paying $5,000 for that? Like, my house, my full-blown house doesn't even cost that much. Like, my mortgage is not that big. Are you serious? So that's in the mind of what I'm doing with these apartments. This one is small, but it's costly, probably because of the location. But I think that career makes a decent amount of money. I don't think he's going to be hurting for money. So that being said, we're just going to go with it. I struggled a little bit with this bathroom because I was like, the shower should be white. The kitchen is black, but I don't want it to be like stark white. I love the subway tile, so we went with the white with the black grout. Just as a contrast in a bathroom, so you can see, one, you can see the dirt. You need to be able to see the dirt. And I say that like we're cleaning, but we are. He is an adrenaline junkie, so hopefully we can get that, what is it called? There is something in the game, that lifestyle, put on him. I've been researching how to get it, so hopefully we have time for that. See how I placed that bar right there? I intend to put a bar there. Spoiler alert, bar does not go there. Living room acts funny because of the carpet. I shrink it down, but it still reads as big and it doesn't fit. It becomes a whole mess. But in the end, I'm really excited for how it came out. It came out really nice. I enjoyed it. I'm going to put some curtains up in the bedroom. Some windows. I do put blinds in the bedroom, but not in the living room. I figure he's high enough up that it's not a big deal. And I just pray he's not walking around nude in his living room. But you never know. These used to be my favorite nightstands because they're so narrow. I love how narrow they are. Usually the nightstands are kind of chunky, and I always have to shrink them down. And then the one on the right is the one I use because that's about the level they hit. So then that's the one that I use. And but the ones that actually came with this bed are really nice. It's a really cute aesthetic. I realized I forgot to raise the platform, and I lose the furniture when I raise the platform. So I just throw it in the living room for a minute so I can go back and put the furniture in. I tested on another wall, but I'm like, no, I think we had it the way we have it. He won't get married in this house. It says he can't get married until he finishes his career. Yowzers. And I only have him in this house until the split. Once he has to he gets to the part of the job where you have to pick one way or the other. I think this one is secret agent or villain. And I'm gonna have him go with secret agent. I thought about taking the villain path. I really did. But I love that the secret agent daily task is romance. Channeling a little James Bond. And I think it would be hilarious. And I think that'll be how his kid comes about. So yeah, by that time we hit that change, he'll move to his next town, because you have to live in 2 towns. And I think your first town starts as a town, but just to play it safe, we're gonna live here, and then I know where his next town is gonna be. I love these blinds that you can see in, but you can't see out. I think that's so pretty. I thought about using that one, but those, it's just something about those for me. I want to use that cabinet. I don't think I get a chance to use that cabinet. Now here is my struggle for the living room. I want to place everything facing that way. I want you to come in, and the living room's that way. I want the dining room where like the bar area is. He'll have a laptop to work on, and we're gonna call it a day. Love this sofa. Could have put it the other way, but I didn't like that. I don't like when TVs sit on stands in the middle of the room and there's no wall behind it. The way this house was set up, that annoys me to no end. Flip the room around, put that TV against the wall. So here you see me looking for everything out of this Casanova kit, because I think it fits with who he wants to be, but not who he is. I could see him and his mother like, yeah, we're going shopping. Let's get him some furniture for his place. We'll have it delivered. Love this rug. This is the rug. I figured out that I could raise it and place it, but I hate so much of the rug is showing behind the rug, behind the sofa. It wouldn't let me turn it horizontally because it kept reading that it wasn't in the lots. It is in the lots, but it was reading that it wasn't in the lots. Don't know why. And it never occurred to me, move objects is on, but every now and then you'll place an object and it won't place correctly. You have to turn it off and turn it back on. It didn't occur to me to do that, to turn it off and turn it back on. I was just like, forget it. We'll put it somewhere else, which is fine because it came out relatively nice. You got your dining room, which is closer to your kitchen. It makes a little more sense. I haven't figured out what to do with that bar thing, and I end up not using it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that stereo or this stereo. But I'm working in those browns and placing just a little bit of clutter. Not too much. I think I'll clutter it up once he moves in, because I'll give him enough for the apartment and then maybe like $5,000 to get started. But that's yeah, this was so much fun to make. I'm putting chairs there. I end up moving one of those because I don't know if your Sims could route around to get to that bedroom door. So I leave it. He's got magazines out. He's into cars. He's that guy. He's like a guy's guy. Like, if I could give him, if he could earn the bro trait, I really hope he gets it. I delete the bar, put the painting up there. Try to figure out what to do with some of this clutter that I took out. I like it. I just had to figure out what to do with it. We're gonna put a laptop on the table because he's gonna get a new one. Because his skills are pretty high. He needs to work on that research and debate. Thankfully, we have a mirror in the bathroom and the bedroom, so that's fine. But his logic skill is pretty high. He needs to work on his fitness. And I was going to include some gym stuff, but I want him to have to go out. I have a tendency to not socialize unless I have to. So by forcing him to go to the gym, we'll hopefully end up socializing with people, because he's a party animal. So he's got to like introduce to Sims, right? And have parties and invite people to parties. So yeah, we got to get him out in the world so he can meet some folks. We'll put your gaming console over here because I can see you doing that, because he does have to throw some parties. Let's work on some decor. I can see his mom completely setting this place up for him. Like, I got you, honey. Don't worry about it. I got you. Put some games up there. Delete that. Move that over. I want the headphones. There they are. And we're pretty much done. I feel like he'll need some more appliances in the kitchen, but I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. He's got some weights because he works out at home. Not really. So I love that those are just there. I'm not sure because he doesn't have a cooking skill, and I don't think I want to give him one. I think I want him to eat takeout, restaurant, quick meals. That's going to be his jam. I don't think I'm going to touch his cooking skill intentionally. I just think it fits his lifestyle and who he is. He doesn't have time for that. He's too busy partying, working out. The apartment is essentially done. I'll add more personality once he moves in. But other than that, yeah, that's it. It's not on the gallery, but if you'd like it to be, let me know. Until next time, let's get ready for some screenshots. Thanks for watching. Connect with me on all my socials. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss another episode.